Let's go. To some, this may get a little dark. To me, I would say it's just the ebb and flow of life. Like, I don't really need to focus on that. Clean it up. The rainfall, you know, like the rain show. So it really started. You know, sometimes I really debate on like what's the point of fucking anything, right? Common thought, I'd say. Common for most people, very common for me. And it's just like, I'm just tired, you know what I mean? Like, I can't believe that people want to do this every fucking day. You know? I can't believe you want to like every day get up and like I'm gonna live another day. You know what I mean? Like they want to continue to live life and learn. I want to expand my mind. I want to go and do this or that or whatever the fuck people think that matters the most in their lives, right? And it's all full of shit. It's all fucking bullshit. Like they don't want to see it. They don't want to feel it. They don't want to participate in the concept of what really is going on. This place sucks. Like I was like, this is hell. Every day, waking up every day is hell. You know what I mean? Every fucking day you gotta, again, oh my god, I gotta do this shit again. I have to fucking do that again. Like, I gotta talk to these fucking people, and those people have this problem. It's just like every day. Every fucking day. All day. You have to constantly sit in your fucking mind all the time. God damn. And you know, it's what irritated me the most is people would like just lie about it. Well, I don't feel that way. It's like, motherfucker, I know you do. And two, it's like, I understand the tiers of life, or the frequencies, or the realms, the levels, whatever the word is you want to use. There's a certain amount of understanding and like a plane, if you will, of understanding that you can access. And it's like some days you feel super great and some days you feel not so great. It's a tier thing, and you can move from that through the idea of how like emotions and shit work, right? Which I term the spirits. Now, all the fucking time you're doing that, and you just like imagine sitting in a room full of people, like it's like a room full of people that think they're doing good. You know, like modern people. Like my podcast is about this and that. My podcast is about that. You know, like I'm doing I. Right? But I'm humble, mind you. You know how people are like that. It's like, dude, if you were humble, you wouldn't be doing anything like this. I'm not gonna say I'm fucking humble because I'm on a camera. I'm humble, you know? Like, you have to have an ego to think you can do something. And when you admit that you think you're doing something, and trying to help people, trying to do good, trying to do great, trying to lift people's minds out of areas, trying to change society, you gotta have a fucked up ego. You have to. There's no way. Like, I know the right way and I'm gonna go on the telly and fucking change people. That's egotistical. That's fucking stupid, is it not? But everybody does that. Everybody thinks that they're the one. We always do. We're never the bad guy. No one actively participates in the concept of being the bad guy. It's always the other. I'm not bad, they are. They're the ones that are bad. I'm good because I'm told what to do, when to do it. By these masters. And then those ones like, well, my masters tell me to do this, this, and that, and you're the bad one. And you're just puppets. Fighting on a grand stage. Whether that's opinions of our modern culture right now, how we're really obsessed with the problems that we have, whether it's like racial or sexual identities and whatever else, you know. Just turn on your little screen and of your telephone and you know, go to some YouTube channels and hear people think that their opinion's the most important. This person's bad, and here's why I think that. I think We together are the good. They're the bad. You know, the bad always is over there. The bad liberals, or the bad communists, or the bad blah blah blah. Something stupid, something stupid, something stupid. And like, it's so funny when you watch it. It really is. It's like, man, do you really think like... I can't even help but just like be like mind blown by it. You know what I mean? Like, people really think that's it. No one's the bad guy. Nobody is. I think that's our problem. We don't even know what a bad guy is. And that's what pisses me off sometimes. I think the bad guy is made by society, right? And I'm thinking, like, you want to fucking see a bad guy? You should fucking see what a bad guy is. Because, like, our problems now are so stupid. So minuscule. There's no death. There's no death in the problems that we face now. This person of color wasn't represented in this TV show. That's it. That's all you can conjure, you know? Or, oh, I don't know. Women can have dicks too, right? I saw that. I was like, that's it. That's the thing. That's the oppression. That's the thing that needs to change. Are you fucking kidding me? You know, or I don't know. I'm some other kind of bullshit. You know? It's always about rights. It's always about equity. It's always about representation. It's always about, I don't know, some other bullshit like that. In reality, it's just like, make me feel better about doing wrong. I'm doing things that aren't right because of my own bullshit. How can I feel better for myself and make everyone around me feel like shit? And that's what everybody, I don't care what fucking side you're on. I don't care if you fucking watch Ben Shapiro every goddamn day, or Jordan Peterson, or if you watch, God fucking knows what monsters on the other side of that fence. I don't give a shit. It's all stupid. It's all bullshit. It's all blaming, accusatory. This person's wrong, that person's wrong, this person's wrong. Man, I've teetered on this fence for so fucking long. Because, like, you know, you look out in the grand scheme of this made up, like, sphere. Like, God, the internet's fucked everything up. But you look out on it and you see this side and that side. Jordan Peterson, Ben Shapiro, Alex Jones, I don't know, Donald Trump, right? And then on this side, it's like, we like Obama and Biden, we like this person that's actually a man but is a woman, and they're doing this and that. Forgive me, I don't know names. Or this, yeah, transgender, that's the word. Or this fucking person of color who's doing this, the Black Lives Matter movement. It's just like all bullshit. Stupid. Stupid fucking shit. And it's so, you know, the I guess the beauty of being this, like, middle ground guy who doesn't have a stake in any of it, but studies it from afar, I would say the beauty of it is just like, you get to really see how stupid society is. Even if there are people that are in the academic world, they put up this facade around them with all these words and ideas of other human beings, and that's how they justify. Well, Nietzsche said this, and this person said that, and once the other side, the crazy people side, the gender confusion, sexual confusion, and whatever the fuck else, it's all about inner right. Inner right. Doesn't matter about anything else. It's about what I think. This is important. And in a sense, it's like, how can I justify my fucked up nature? You could try to solve it, says me. No. Blame. Blame. And then what happens? There's those fucking high people, those Zionists right in the middle, man, that just make the puppets dance on their little strings. Willing to sell out their own fucking people to hide, like the cowards that they are. That's what you constantly see. And I guess for me, that's why I'm just so tired of this. I'm tired of living every day, because it's just like, I don't want to participate in this. It's not even passively, even the little bit that I am participating, because I have to go to my fucking job. If I didn't have to go to my job, I wouldn't be participating at all. But then I have a fiance who tells me certain things. Just little, she knows I fucking hate it. And she knows not to like do this stuff around me, you know, because I don't want to play. She thinks it's about her, but it's really not. I wish she wouldn't listen to some of the stupid shit people fucking try to program. But whatever, that's the whole thing. But that's because of those two. That's the only reason I know about some things, you know. Other than that, I'm living a normal fucking life. So free from the tyranny of the mind. But it's hard to continue to live like that and stay in this state because of how fucking people are. You know, everybody's they're gonna jump into some bullshit game, right? You could get along with this person, like, yeah, I know, right? I try to stay out of it, and I try not to, like, get involved in things, and I don't care about this, I don't care about that. But I do have an opinion about Biden. Like, God damn it. You know, or like, here's what I think about religion. Like, they you know what I mean? Like, they think no, I don't like this stuff, but let me tell you why I don't like fucking, I don't know, white people or some shit. I don't know, man. Whatever it is, they're still trained, even though they think they're not. They're still playing the game that they're told to play. They just like, well, this isn't the game. That is. Like, buddy, you're talking about people that have been doing this for a long fucking time. You don't think the major bases are covered? You don't think that you haven't figured it out? I don't even think that I figured a way out of it. These people are demonic, man. They're playing dark demon games. You really don't think that they got their bases covered. If you need convincing that what you do is right, then maybe it's not right. If you need to go out there and scream what you are to feel better about it, don't think that that's probably a good thing then. It's not about convincing people. This is the main reason I say that. Like, imagine if every day at work I went and talked like this. And then I talk this at home with my fiance. And all my friends, we only talk about this kind of shit. Yeah, maybe I do it in this video, sure. But I don't do it anywhere else. Then I go and write about it all over whatever social media people use. And then I go and try to go find groups of people, and we try to do it like all the time, just to make myself feel better, like I'm not alone. Imagine I'm doing that. I might be playing the same game. For me, I don't. But I have to say something, to be honest. That's the whole point of this fucking channel, is like to say what I'm feeling that day, or what I'm going through. I kind of don't even want to do this, but it's like, well, you know, you made a promise. You would be 100% honest, you know, so here I am. But in saying that, you know, I guess in my mind, it's like, I'm not trying to make great change, be a part of great change, or anything like that, because I don't even know what that means, to be honest. Only thing I know to do is God's will. That's about it. I don't really know anything else. I couldn't tell you, like, by the way, I got the ticket to how to fucking be better, you know, or more successful, or here's how you shut people down, you know, or whatever the fuck people are into. I don't have anything. I'm just hanging out, man. And, you know, in some ways, yes, not participating is participating, right? And doing nothing is doing everything. And afraid to take a stance is making a stance. I get it. I 100% get it. You know, sometimes people want you so bad in that they'll find any reason and any way to get you in. And even if you don't do anything. Some people can't face that. And that's why I just kind of look at certain people, you know, that kill themselves, you know, that either are known people, like famous people, or just normal average people. And I get it. I get why they do. I do, you know. What's the fucking point? What is that point? That's kind of like totally understandable. There's no, well, those people are just weak. They're like, no, they're really not. That's the crazy thing, is they're not weak. That's pretty strong, I will admit. You know, I think for me, what's difficult is everyone has a goal. You know, they're in this world, whether they finally get out of the sphere of bullshit or not. But we'll talk about the people that get out of the sphere of bullshit, where they say, here's my goal. I want access to this. I want that. I want this. If I'm going to live here, I'm going to live on my own terms. This is what I want. Right? I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, even that seems like, what's the point of that? What, am I going to just live for 30 more fucking years feeling this way, but just doing things every once in a while that I enjoy? You know? What's the point of that? So if I, okay, I don't want to participate in this bullshit world stuff, but I kind of have to go to a job, and I have to have an income. God fucking forbid, you know. We need the wealthy to be wealthy. We need the poor to be poor. Like, and you need to participate. And you need to get yourself a fucking job. And you need to do this. Okay, well, I have to, right? There's no way around that. So I get a job, and I fucking work it. And I say, well, my goal will be to own my own house. Well, look at the nightmare that fucking is. It's almost like they make it seem like all the houses in the world are built. There's no more houses. You need to just wait till someone either dies or loses their home before you can finally have a fucking house. Okay. Well, then I'll fucking wait. But then, like, 3 years ago, a house is $110,000. Now it's $300,000. For no fucking reason. Well, that's the market. It went up because of supply and demand. What the fuck are you talking about? Or, like, that lie, I see it like on literally side of the road in someone's yard, a car they're trying to sell. Why is that $3,000 more? Supply and demand. That one car that you own that you barely took care of and it's got 200,000 plus miles on it, you're going to tell people it runs well with a slipping transmission, you're going to sell for $8,000 because of supply and demand? Well, everyone else is selling for that much. What the fuck is wrong with these people? You know what I mean? Like, I once saw a guy try to sell an F1, or I don't remember, it was like a 90s F-150 with a slipping transmission and running rich, the engine was, which is like, you can kind of fix that stuff. And it might have been burning oil. He was trying to sell for 10 grand with a beat up bed and rust. No four-wheel drive. I think it was a F-250. But no four-wheel drive. 10 grand. That motherfucker should be shot. That's so fucking stupid. For 20 more grand, you can buy a brand new car. Not the greatest car, I'll admit, but a brand new car. Fuck him. Like that's the kind of shit that I was just looking at. I'm like, this fucking world. Like, we make up so much shit, and we, like, really want to believe it. Really want to fucking believe, like, no, supply and demand, capitalism, it's good, it's great, you know, like the Jews, really, we built our society on the fucking Moses laws and shit, and the Jewish understanding. It's a great concept, because the covenant with God and the covenant with man, like, that's fucking retarded. You can convince yourself any way you want. Doesn't mean it's right. Like that. That's the epitome of the bad guy. That's the epitome. Like, I will do whatever it takes to convince that this is the right thing. It's about sticking to it. It's about tradition. It's about honoring these ancestors that strove this point and doing what we're doing now. Surely it can't be bad. Our whole society is built on fucking merchant law and like, what's that called? Contractual law. The most evil fucking thing. Jews write about it in their fucking book. About the contractual law, essentially, between God and man. But then every day, it's just like, oh, you want to use your phone? Well, you need to, like, there's a contract here. You just gotta, just kind of just say, I accept. And then you can use it. If you don't accept it, you can't use it. Like, that's everything. You go to a fucking hospital and you're like, dude, I don't feel right. Treat me. And they're like, can you sign this? Just so we can screw you over in case something goes wrong. You said we could, hey, you said we could treat you. That's your problem. Also, can you accept these charges? Like, that's where we are. But that's good. That's a good thing. That's what just like, and I just said, like right now, I don't know if I have a hernia or something. Something feels wrong in my midsection. It happened at work and I couldn't bend or whatever it's called, like twist and lift and all that. And it really hurt. And I was like, well, I'm going to go home. I'm like, please don't be a fucking hernia. And I've kind of had problems with this before. Like sometimes I lay in my side and every time I breathe out, something clicks in my midsection, like kind of bumps. Like that feels weird. And like there's areas in my abdomen that just don't feel right and stuff. But I'm not going to the doctor because I don't want to incur these stupid debts. And I also don't want to be an asshole because I know there's ways around not paying hospital bills. There's the long con, which is what I was doing. Don't pay the hospital bill. Let it go to collections. Then once it's in collections, prove that it's not yours because they can't have access to your medical records. Just say, Billy taught me that. Just deny it. Like, show me my medical records. And then they can't do that. And so they have to erase the debt. There's the long con. There's the short con where you go into the hospital and you say, I'm not fucking signing anything, but you legally have to treat me because of the HIPAA laws. And you gotta be an asshole and like, I'm not signing anything, but you need to treat me. And then they have to treat you even if you don't pay. Like, I could do that, but then you gotta be an asshole. It's like, I'm tired. Like, you have to fight all the time. And we think, well, that's what the world, yes, the world is about fight. It doesn't have to be. Like, okay, I get fighting for shit that matters. Not fighting for whether I pay a medical bill or not. Do you know what I'm saying? That's fucking stupid. That's where we are. There's like so many stupid fucking things that you have to fight it all. Everything's a goddamn fight. And I like, and that's the crazy thing is like, I can more than grasp the concept of like life is about fighting. No shit. But I just think we're making unnecessary fights. Get rid of it or fucking do without it. You know what I mean? Like, again, not fight for medical bills. Well, then just pay them. No. I'm not going to give you all my fucking money because of just some made-up prices. Like, well, we ran a CT scan on your, what is it called? A CT scan on your abdomen and all. That's going to cost you like $300. But where does that number come from? Is that the repairs for that one-time use? I don't think so. I'm not believing your shit. Well, we got to pay the doctors that used it. Like, that's not my fucking problem. You want your society, that's your problem. I'm here. I know that people believe that's the problem with society, is what I'm saying. I think that's the problem with this society. Because, I mean, we've done the wrong thing. We base everything around money. That's why. That's why. And not everyone wants to participate. Not everyone wants to find the way to say it's okay. You know, like, well, I can convince myself that this is the right way, because if I can convince myself hard enough, just like the people before, if I just convince myself hard enough, then I'll know it's okay. Capitalism is the best. There's nothing better. How else can we take advantage of people? Or, I mean, how else can we be the best in the world? That's kind of all it is. And that's all I ever see. Like, it's like, it sounds the same to me, everything. It's like, oh, did you hear there's a new COVID strain? Excuse me. Did you hear there's a new iPhone out? Yeah, we should get the new shot. Oh, damn it. We should get the new phone. It would be cool if we got the new phone, because it's got more cameras and stuff in the back, so you can have your little videos about this, and that. It'd be kind of cool. We can kind of send them out and stuff. It's the same fucking thing, everything. Make sure you get your next shot. Make sure you believe this. Can we take a course on equity, please? Do you have the newest iPhone? Did you get that electric car that you were supposed to get? Solar panels. Did you want to invest in that? Did you do this? Did you do that? It's to be a good person. For a better world. Global warming's getting crazy, don't you know? Even though the world's been fucking cooling or warming for a long time, this is our problem. Okay, sure, maybe we've accelerated it. I don't know. But it's just, like, everything to me is the same fucking thing. It says, buy this, do that. Buy this, do that. Buy this, do that. And then by the end of it, what did you do? You're 76 years old, you're sitting there, and you're retired, and you're like, oh, if we're lucky at my age, we can retire. You get that fucking bullshit little check in the mail that, you know, previous generations got better off deals and they did less, and you have to strive harder. That $5,000 check, let's pretend, is only worth $500, like, now, because of money's so inflated. You buy a bag of potato chips, it's about this big, there's 3 chips in it, it costs $15. But dude, I got a deal, it was 30% more. There's a whole other chip in there. Not a bad price for $15. You know? You take your stupid electric car in because it needs a new battery every 10 fucking years, and the battery cost at that point like $100 grand. Yeah, that's a deal, man. Cars cost $300 grand alone. All I gotta do is a transplant every 10 years for $100 grand. That's not bad, says the future us, if it goes the rate it's going. And that's the life you live, and you go to your job and you're like, let's help this fucking person make more money. I make $40 an hour. That $40 an hour is only like $10 an hour right now. You know, it's like, but I'm doing good. Like, you know, me and my lady got all this money that we're saving up. Our kids are in daycares and stuff, so they're being raised by strangers and stuff, and they don't even know who we are. And because me and my wife don't really get along, we don't even know how our love really is. And so by the point that we actually get together and talk, it doesn't really end in a lot of good things, because we ended up getting married because the idea of our marriage was based around a concept that was told to us by other people. And then by that point, our children are involved in it, and then they only see a loveless relationship and drug usage and this and that, and our jobs are important and they're not important to us, so that child kind of grows up in that environment too, and they get involved in certain things they shouldn't get involved in, and now all of a sudden they're having sex at 14 years old, and that's the life you want to live, apparently. That's it, man. Get on some Xanax, dude. Relax. I think that's it for me. That's like, you want to participate? You see all that, and I know some people are gonna be like, it's not like that. That's just a negative outlook. Like, okay. Sure, bud. You know, that's what just irritates the motherfucking hell out of me about all this stuff, and you know, the point of everything. Tired, you know, very tired of it. So it's like, what's the cure? Okay, tough guy, you got all these problems in the world. What are you gonna do about it? Interesting. There's an A on my cup. That's cool. What are you gonna do about it, bud? You seem to not like it. You seem to bitch about it all the time. What are you gonna do about it? Oh man, what am I gonna do about it? Did you hear that, guys? I have a stake now. I'm not buying into that shit. That's just the invitation, man. That's the devil extending his hand. So, I understand that that might come across as equating civilization with the temptation of the devil. And participation in that, the participation with the devil. I get it. That's kind of how I feel about it. I don't have a cure. Like that George Harrison song. Stuck inside a cloud. I would say that song describes best. Though he sat George Harrison in that song. He wrote that song before he died. Right before he died. I don't know how soon, but he was very ill. And he said the line in there, I wish I had the answer to give, being that he's on the precipice of death. Wish I could give you an answer of what I'm realizing, but I don't even have the cure. And to me, that's the key. That's it. I feel the same way. I mean, I'm not on the verge of death or anything. I'm not dying of cancer like he was or anything like that. But we kind of think like, man, you find this nirvana. You find this enlightenment. You find this realm of understanding. You know, people are always searching for that. I was talking to someone about nirvana the other day. And I'm like, isn't nirvana just a small little snippet of what you can access in this realm, but can be quickly taken away? It's bullshit. Like, it can be obtained. That's through meditation, but it's mostly through death. That's not something to obtain here. That's no different than any other drug. Meditating like that. You're trying to achieve this oneness with death. That's why it feels so good. And you can find clarity there, and you can pull forth some of the things into this realm, some other earthly things, right? You can. You really can. You can really pull into this realm of peace and a serenity. 'Tis possible. Doesn't make it right. You know? The older I get, the more I'm wondering, like, what isn't evil? I wouldn't be surprised if complete meditation and oneness and just serenity and peace isn't some sort of evil. I would be fucking surprised. I don't think it is, but if someone told me that, if God came down and said, yeah, by the way, that meditation thing, that was wickedness. That's the enlightenment of man, that is your burden. I'd be like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. I'm not shocked by hearing that information. Or like when you finally accept deep down inside that you feel wrong about yourself, your gender, your sexuality, or your fucking whatever, that's the sin. If he said that, I'd be like, yeah, no shit, I bet. You know, no shocker there. I don't feel like anything would shock me, is what I'm trying to say. So it's like, what is anything then? I would say maybe I do have a nihilistic attitude to life, and I have zero hope. But my zero hope for mankind is not like you hear. I hear that so much. I don't have hope in mankind. I don't have hope in mankind. They're not doing things right. They're not doing things for good and destroying evil. Like, that's not mine. Mine is just, I wish they would fucking embrace that this is about death. Like, that's my, like, zero hope. It's like, come on, man. Why are you thinking that this is it? Why are you bringing so much shit? Why are you doing this? I want to control you. You know, like, okay. All right. This is what you want to do. You know best, right? You know best. Not me. You. I guess that's where my irritation is. Phoniness. I don't want to have to say that. I don't want to have to feel that. That's not my ambition in life. But I'm just so very fucking sick of every day waking up and doing another stupid fucking thing again. Another stupid thing. And I'm not even participating that much in the world. I can't imagine what it would feel like if I was. Yeah, you just go home and have some alcohol. That's how you get over it. That's the real hell. You know. I really hope, I really, really hope that there are people out there that are not participating in the slightest. I know what I asked for is that concept of anarchy and chaos. I know that's kind of what I'm about to say, but I really hope the more people that stop participating and sit there in an active, like, protest, silent protest, that's what the world needs more of. Just sit there. Let them drag you away. Let them show their colors while you show yours. Like, that's the key. I don't, believe me, there's parts of me that think, yeah, like that communist idea of, like, how they would just execute people and shit. And I would think, like, man, if we just do that for the top 1% of the world, the rich people, oh man, that would be a great start. But I don't advocate that. I just would advocate just fuck them. Just sit there, Make them have to deal with all this. They want their world, okay. You want your world this way? All right. You want to eliminate cultures? You want to eliminate concepts, people, knowledge, history? What? God knows what else. God knows. Okay. You can have it, man, because this is just one place. And those punishments will come to the next. That I hope. But anyway, that's all. We'll see what happens in the next video.